As you lie yourself back, you can settle down and begin to relax and just make yourself nice and comfortable. You can notice the weight of your head resting there on your pillow, and you can be aware of your head relaxing on the pillows, knowing that the pillows will fully support the full weight of your head, so you don't have to hold any stress or tension in your shoulders or neck. You can just let your head rest back, nice and relaxed, and let go. And you can relax your shoulders too, because you know that the couch will fully support you. It can take your full weight, your full height, every muscle, every fibre of your being, as you just relax back into the couch, fully supported. Because now is the time for you to do nothing. And you don't have to be anywhere, and you don't have to do anything. You can just lie back and relax, and your mind can drift and dream as you hear all the sounds around you, the sounds outside. None of these things need distract nor disturb you, as they comfortably remind you that the world is safely still turning, and you can allow yourself a moment to just rest back, relax, and let go. You can let go of any tension in your stomach or across your shoulders. Ease off those muscles in your back and down your spine, and along the muscles in your legs, down through your ankles, and all the way to your feet, your toes, even your arms and every finger, loosening and relaxing, perfectly at ease, drifting and dreaming with your thoughts as you pay attention to your breathing, that gentle rise and fall that happens all by itself. And with every breath you take, and with every word I speak, you can just let go. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine certain things, but it doesn't matter if you can't find, you can imagine those things I'm asking you to. You might even find your mind wandering quite a bit, so that my voice just fades into the background, and that doesn't matter either. The sound of my voice is going to continue to relax you, and it really doesn't matter if you don't hear a word I say, because very soon now you are going to be more relaxed than you have ever known. Imagine yourself standing on the very top of a green hill on a tropical island. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your head and shoulders, and you can see the long grasses around you moving slightly in the gentlest of breezes. When you look down the hill, you can see a narrow, winding path that disappears into a small forest. And beyond the forest, you can see the ocean, with the sunlight from the clearest of blue skies glancing off the top of the waves in the bay, so that the whole ocean seems to shimmer and sparkle. You begin to move lazily and easily down the path, with the ferns and grasses brushing gently against your legs as you pass, and you just catch the faint smell of saltborn on the breeze, and become aware of the distant sound of the ocean on the shore. Maybe hear seabirds calling faintly from a long way off. You marvel at the deep down sense of calmness and tranquility that sweeps over you as you move on down towards the forest, moving so easily and so effortlessly. You feel almost as though you're floating on air. And in no time at all, you find yourself drifting through the trees, their leaves closing overhead to form a canopy, their branches making an irregular pattern against the clear blue of the sky. It's pleasantly cool in the forest, with the gentle sound of birds singing, echoing faintly, and the scent of the trees and undergrowth relaxes you still further as you move easily into the inviting depths, growing lazier and lazier with each step that you take. You can hear a stream somewhere, its gurgling sound gradually mingling with the sound of the ocean as you follow the winding path down and down towards the beach that you know is in front of you, weaving through the trees and brushing aside the occasional piece of foliage until quite suddenly you feel the warmth of the sun on your head and your shoulders again, and you feel yourself on a beautiful deserted beach, a beautiful golden shoreline sweeping away in a gentle curve in front of you to a distant point where the trees seem to come right down to the shoreline so that their branches actually seem to overhang the ocean itself. You can feel the sand warm between your toes as you stroll lazily towards the broad beach to the water's edge. The sand becomes a darker golden colour when you get there, and you enjoy the change to a moist, firm coolness beneath your feet as you wander along the shore, leaving a lazy trail of footprints in the sand behind you. Every so often, a larger than usual wave sends rivulets of water foaming around your feet. And as they recede, you notice how the sand is washed away from tiny coloured pebbles, glinting like jewels in the sun. The smell of the ocean, the sunlight on waves, the sound of the water hissing over the sand. All of these things seem to create a sense of timelessness for some unknown reason. And you find yourself a comfortable position, a grassy hollow maybe, to just sit and gaze out across the rolling depths to the horizon, trickling warm golden sand idly through your fingers. There's a faint haze, which makes it difficult for you to see exactly where the sky stops and the ocean starts. And as you try to fathom it out, you see a small white cloud appear from somewhere near the horizon. It comes towards the island quite quickly, growing larger as it approaches until it's immediately overhead. The largest, fluffiest, whitest cloud you can ever remember. And you somehow know just by instinct that you can let all of your worries, all of your cares, all of your fears, you let them drift up towards the large white cloud. You can actually see them drifting away from you in a long, slow spiral, maybe like smoke from a bonfire, just spiraling away from you towards this large white cloud. The cloud absorbs all of your worries into itself, swallowing up all your fears and anxieties and becoming steadily darker all the time until just as it reaches its darkest, just as the last part of that spiral of your worries and cares disappears inside it, the sun bursts through, dispelling every one of your worries, every one of your fears and anxieties to the edges of the universe, leaving you totally relaxed and perfectly at ease with yourself without a single care in the world. And now, all of your troubles and cares having floated away from you, you settle yourself down into a comfortable position and just drift off into a deep and relaxing sleep. And while you sleep, you have a dream. You dream you're walking along a corridor, stretching away in front of you in a long, gentle curve, so long that you can't actually see the end of it. But you know that this corridor is the very depths of your subconscious mind, in the part of your mind that knows just what to do and just how to do it. And as you begin to move along this beautiful corridor, becoming even more relaxed, even more lazy, you realize that time and space are beginning to lose their meaning. And slowly the walls of the corridor seem to dissolve, leaving you in a large room. The room is full of gentle golden light that relaxes you still further, and you suddenly realize with a surge of inspiration and pleasure that what you once saw as limits are merely stepping stones of greater success. It suddenly dawns on you with a surge of joy and anticipation that what once seemed to you to be the limits of your personality, of your skills and your abilities, are nothing more than stepping stones to even greater success. One wall of this room is like a huge television screen with words and images flashing across it too fast for you to see. Then you realize that this is the information being transmitted to different parts of your mind and your body. And you use your mind to will it to stop. And as you do so, The screen clears and the word ready appears in large flashing letters. And now your mind is prepared and receptive to everything I'm going to say to you. And everything I say will be accepted and acted upon by your subconscious. It will have a steadily increasing effect upon the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you behave over the coming days and weeks and months. I want to remind you your life can be fun. Every phase of your life can be a joy. And of course, it now all depends on you, because you, and only you, can allow thoughts to live in your mind. And how you think determines how you feel, and how you feel influences the world around you. And you can learn to choose your thoughts with awareness of their power. You can seed beneficial thoughts in your mind, and day by day, you'll find more and more how important it is to choose your every thought with care, because the thoughts you seed in your mind, the concepts and beliefs you accept with feeling, inevitably become your own living reality. How you choose to think today influences all of your tomorrows, and your life is too valuable, too miraculous, to be left to chance. For this planet is a game player's planet, and the big game in life is a kind of treasure hunt, with the real you as the hidden treasure. And the real you is a treasure worth finding. For you, there is no greater treasure on earth. And it's an easy game because life is meant to be easy. In fact, you can find your way to the treasure house within while you relax. You may, of course, wonder how the subconscious control mind can so easily arrange for you to achieve whatever objectives you have in mind. Once you detach your thoughts and problems from your problems and make a firm decision about the direction in which you want to go, this is understandable because each and every one of us has a vast sphere of reality, a force field of creative mind power that we have been conditioned by fear and ignorance to fail to explore. A veritable treasure house of health intelligence and life understanding. The way this life-sustaining mind works is governed by strict universal laws, for whenever you allow your conscious mind to become focused on your problems, you drag your problems into the future with you, and they automatically attract still more of the same. Your own negative thought patterns provide the psychic energies that feed your problems and keep them alive. So just relax and switch the polarity around and focus your thought energy on how you want things to be rather than how you don't want them to be, and withdraw all of your thought energy from the problems so that you attract the solutions. You attract good fortune like a magnet. The control mind now knows what you want, and what you want, or something even more useful, presents itself, as though what you have always been seeking has somehow always been seeking you, seeking to find creative expression in your everyday reality. And the incredible fact is that it has. And this is the fresh pattern your subconscious control mind will now carry forward from your childhood to your adult life. Free from the problems and self-limiting influences that only arose through misunderstandings and false beliefs. You're entering a new world of experience, a new quality of life, a more elevated mental and emotional vantage point from which the best options and opportunities in life are always available and will always be seen. Now, while you are pondering on those thoughts, I will want to tell you a story. Once there was a village in a very isolated part of the world, so isolated that they very rarely saw visitors from the outside world, and the people of the village had a secret. They had a magical painting. It had been given to them by a stranger back in the past, in a time before anyone could remember. The stranger had said, as long as this picture stays in the village, everything will go right for the people of the village, and the people felt safe having this picture. One day another stranger came to the village, and the people, being very hospitable, made that stranger welcome. They let him stay in the room where the painting was kept. And when they got up in the morning, the stranger had left, and the painting had been taken away. The villagers were desolated. They felt their happiness had gone. Life would never be the same way again, or the way they had pictured it. They looked out of the window, and the blue sky had turned dark, and the trees had stopped blooming. The birds no longer sang, and they felt very sad. Then one of the young women of the village walked over to where that painting had been on the wall, and she started to paint her own picture. She started to paint a beautiful painting of trees and birds, and some of the others joined her, and soon all the people were cooperating, making this painting. They all got so absorbed in this painting, and it wasn't until the young woman looked out of the window and said, "Look, everything is changing." And they realised that the sky had become blue again, and the birds were singing again, and the trees were back in bloom. Now, each and everything you do better than you have ever done before. You approach each new task with complete ease of mind, knowing that you are relaxed and in a perfect frame of mind. Calm, relaxed, and confident. Every day your confidence grows. That means that tomorrow your confidence grows, and the day after it grows stronger than before. As you practice being more and more confident, so your confidence grows and becomes stronger as more and more of your feelings of self-worth become strong and powerful. Each day, with each new situation, whenever you need to, you take control. You calm your mind, disregard troubles, and you are calm, relaxed, poised, competent, and confident. You are your own person. As you leave here today, you go forth into the world looking forward with a new and determined optimism, for you are armed now with new knowledge and understanding of the person that you are, unique and special, your real self, confident in your own abilities to be true to those values that really are important and to recognise what is false and inappropriate. Now you love and respect yourself for the person that you are, and you will be happy with all that you do have. Yesterday has gone, and with it gone all the influences that would make it different. Tomorrow is but a myth that we can colour with imagination, but today, this very moment, all is real, and for this moment we live, and then that too is gone, either seized upon and enjoyed, or wasted. You can choose too which reality is yours, and you will you not?